let's do it currently inked. I skipped it last month. Like you can see, I didn't even have it. This was July. I was just so unhappy with my pins last month. Actually, hang on and I'll show you because I did swatch it somewhere. Okay. Let me, as you can see, I'm super behind in my journal, but somewhere I swatched it not too long ago. Gosh, I need to write so much. I swear. No, there it is. Okay. So for August, I had the Plongeur 1.1 inked up with a very bright ink. Now I struggle with bright inks, so why I put it in the fattest nib pin I've got, I don't know. The Noveler Nautilus Terra Firma, that's still going. I really like this. This is pretty much the pen I've been writing with the most, I would say. Franklin Christoph Model 2 with Birmingham Sterling Silver. It's just not different enough from this. And yeah, it was a little bit dry in this Sig nib, which is weird. I've never had a Birmingham ink be dry in the Sig nib, but I wrote it dry. And I wrote this dry, the Estabrook SD Tortoise in Cafe Crema. And then I didn't ink it up again because I wanted a darker brown to go with the darker tones of the pin, because I want to try and put a color along these lines in my Leonardo, which I haven't done yet. I might do that later, but not yet. Not in the mood. And this one's still inked because that was the last one I inked. And luckily there was room to write it on this page because I need comfort right now. Comfort pens, comfort inks. So let's start out with, I'll just move this out of the way so I can write. Hopefully I'm zoomed in enough for you. And since there's only 6 of them, I could do bigger squares, I think. So I proceed to do the same size square. Whatever. Esther, Brooke, Esty, Tortoise, EF, stub. Yeah, so that Plongeur is going to get ground to a bit of a thinner stub or cursive italic by Jose at the pen show in October. I've already chatted with him. This is Diamine Chocolate Brown. This is actually probably my favorite brown. It's a very, very pretty brown. So I wanted to do my comfort brown. And then, what the heck did I put in here? I think I put Kitsune Biore in here. Now, I swapped the nib for some unknown reason between this one and this pen. And I meant to swap them back and thought I had, but then I inked it up and I hadn't. So this is just how it's going to go. So this is my Bone Crusher 7 Studios, Velma, Quartz Strata. And this has a fine nib. This is one of the nibs that Baron has tweaked for me, because I tend to spring nibs because I write like this, you know, a little bit tipped down from the side. So this is Sailor, Urameku. I really want to try all the Urameku. Kitsune Biore. Which, look, that just goes so well. And then I haven't written with this one in a while. And I wanted to write with it before it gets too cold because these threads are a little bit sharp. So, and I'll just sometimes creep back up on there. You know, if I'm paying attention, I can control it. Oh, what even is this ink? Who's it by? Linen Toolbar. Okay, so this is my Wet and Wise Pharos Metallurgy So this is a diamond cast with a matte finish that I got at the Dutch Pin Show a while back. And this is a fine cursive italic. And what was I going to say about this? This is Lennon Toolbar Jujube. This seems to be a very wet ink. I'm quite pleased. It's flowing out of that nib nicely because that nib is very much kind of a dupe of a Sig nib. So it can be a bit sharp if the, what the hell is that? Ink isn't wet enough. And I meant to put that ink in here and this ink in that. Anyways, I just kind of flailed and grabbed inks and inked things up. So I wanted to do some samples because I'm cheating and I did some bottles. So the Jujube is a sample and this is a sample. I'm pretty sure this is from Laura at Blue Rosemary. This is my Ritter's. Oh, it's my neighbors. Hopefully they won't yell at each other. They've been yelling at each other. Ritter's Cadmus. And this is, what even is this? Medium cursive italic. Yes. And this is my only Bach nib. And I got these nibs, this one and, why? I don't want to pause. You're going to have to listen to my neighbors. I got these from Ruth Bolton at Shibui North. I might ask her if she could do another one. Bring another one with to the pin show. What? Okay, Ritter's Cadmus. And this is Sailor Shikiori. Something or other. Okuyama. Yeah, I was really wanting to ink up my Comfort Diamine Deep Dark Red, but I thought I must have a sample I can use that is a similar color. And this is my Admach M800, and for some reason I need to post this. M800, and this is, I call this Purple Swirl. I don't know what it's actually called. See, Purple Swirl. And this is a fine Schmidt nib. And this has Robert, like the very last, my Robert Oster, the Great Owl. Like I said, I need my comfort things at the moment to get through the next few weeks of work stress. And I'm really enjoying this. So this just I inked this all the way full. And this ink is just standing out like a sore thumb. But I don't care. Nautilus Terra Firma. Somebody in my comments was like, oh, how do you feel about the feeling of the Ebonite? And it just feels maybe a little bit colder. And the smell. And I'm like, oh, I haven't noticed a smell. And she's like, you have to rub it. So, of course, I did. Yes, it smells like tires when you rub it. And this is Birmingham. So I probably won't be rubbing it. Birmingham Penco Sea Holly. And I like this blue. It's kind of a gray blue. And that, and then I switched out the nib that I sprung, the extra fine nib that I sprung the tines on this Asvine. That is one of my always inked pins, so I'll just put that in here as well. So now it's a fine nib. Asvine B126 frosted clear with a fine nib, and this has Tatcha Ume Murasaki, which is strangely writing kind of a bit pinker than it usually does. And I don't know whether it's just because I just dipped the nib in the ink to get this started, since I'd swapped it out and I didn't want to re-vacuum fill. But, so this is what I've got going on. Currently inked September. And I'm hoping I'll be happy with this. I think I will. These are right up my street. And I've decided it's autumn, whether it actually is or not.